What's going on, everybody? This is JVB. Let me lower the music. Have a craft work. What is this? A craft work playlist. All right, here are my newest black suede Pumas. I buy these. I buy about two at a time. The current pair that I have has a hole in the bottom, and I found out the wrong way, or in the worst fashion. There was a hole around here, really tiny hole, and when I stepped in a very small puddle, water went through. And there's nothing worse than having water in your socks for the entire day. So, what is the meaning behind this video? You might be wondering. Well, I'm playing music from the 70s. Kraftwerk they are the pioneers of the whole electronic movement. That is my opinion, not fact. But I'm a child of the 70s. I was born in 72. And I am fortunate enough to have had a black pair of Suede Pumas when I was a kid. So I buy them whenever I have a chance because in the back of my mind, I always feel like Puma is gonna one day just discontinue this brand, and that is a sin. This. These are a pair of white fat shoelaces. And why would I put fat shoelaces on a pair of Pumas, specifically black suede ones? Well, it looks fantastic, and it's really a no-brainer. Like, you need to have this pair. Now, I've had white Adidas, shell-top Adidas, with black fat laces. And then when I was a kid, I used to create patterns. Like, somehow I discovered the ability to create patterns in shoelaces. So I would have two different color shoelaces, and then I would make like a checkerboard pattern. It would be like really wide open though. So let me take off these standard shoelaces, and we can chit chat as I go along and put on the fat shoelaces. Now, the thing about putting on shoelaces, period, is that you have to have the damn shoe on your foot. So we're not going to do that because I am not going to give people an opportunity to look at my feet and be all hot. That's not what I'm about. For that, I'll just create an OnlyFans channel. So you can see this is a little uncomfortable for me because I usually have my foot on this. Well, to take off the shoelace, you don't need your feet in it. So today there's going to be a PlayStation State of Play on YouTube, and there's a lot of speculation going on all over the internet as to what is going to be shown. I myself made a few jokes saying that there was going to be a Bug Snacks PlayStation 5. Well, there was going to be, Sony would announce a Bug Snacks themed PlayStation 5 console, and that they would announce Bug Snacks DLC and VR support for Bug Snacks and Destruction All Stars. Now, of course, that's a joke. I'm joking around, so don't take my word for it. But there's a lot of weird speculation. Like, people are really putting a lot on Sony here because they've been pretty quiet. Now, when you are running a business, specifically in today's time, where you have this little thing called COVID-19 messing everything up, especially other human beings, your business is not going to be the same. So everyone keeps saying that Sony's acting different and that Sony's quiet and this and that. Folks, have you forgotten about COVID-19? Who knows how many Sony employees have Well, we're talking about PlayStation here. Who knows how many people who work within the PlayStation corporation who develop games. Who knows how many people have been affected by this virus? Whether it was directly or maybe something to the something happened to a family member. Same goes for Xbox. Same goes for Nintendo. You people are crazy, man. You people are crazy. You expect just because Sony has had success in the past, and they have. They are the kings of the console market, and their games win awards out the wazoo. But we are dealing with a different world now, and so is Sony, so is the PlayStation, so is Xbox, so is Nintendo. So let me grab one shoelace. I got these in Amazon. My son has the same pair of Pumas, and he too has a pair of fat shoelaces. And it was funny because when he first wore them at his high school, people were like, "Yo, where the hell did you get that?" Now he went to a a very prestigious high school where as far as sneakers are concerned, nobody was rocking Pumas, you know? So there were people rocking some Jordans, but when it came to him showing up with a pair of Pumas, black suede Pumas with white fat shoelaces, he made a little noise. He was noticed. And he said, for the most part, people had positive things to say about it. Now, what I like to do, and let me go back here, make sure everything's in focus. So, I like to grab the ends. Now remember, I'm supposed to have my foot inside to provide weight, and then I pull with my left hand, and I hold the loop here, so that when it goes in, right, when I pull and let's see if I can do that. And of course, I'm gonna fix these once I'm off camera. But you see, I'm following the direction that the laces are going, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing. But you get the idea. The idea is to pull this end, or this end with whatever hand, and hold the loop so that it maintains its shape and it goes in evenly. So let me try something. Let me put them flat, and then see, it's uneven. But anyway, I just wanted to get the starting point, let you know how I do it, because there are people who tie shoes differently. So let me make sure everything's in focus, because I am using a manual lens. All right, so the idea about tying fat shoelaces, and folks, listen to me, because I've done this before. You want to get a pattern going, so the idea is to put one flap over the other flap above. So you need to remember how you set up that pattern, because you want the opposite sneaker. For example, we are determining that the lace that goes towards the right side of your right foot is going to be the dominant lace, meaning that it will always be above. Let me just set an example and show you. And remember, folks, when you have fat shoelaces on a pair of Pumas, suede Pumas, we're not talking about regular Pumas. We're talking about suede Pumas. You need the fat shoelaces, and you need to have your laces over and in. Okay? So, This is what I'm talking about. And then be careful, of course, that remember I'm doing this in an unorthodox fashion, so okay. Let me put something a little more. Oh, this is an old one, man. If you're talking about the arcades, holy crap. This song is right there with it. Okay. I'm not liking the way this looks, but for demonstration purposes. So what's going to happen is that I put this side last, above the left side. So, what did I do here? I did something wrong. I did something really wrong here. So I just looked foolish because I used the same lace and wrapped it around twice. And you guys didn't even tell me nothing. Wow. Thanks, guys. All right. So whenever you go over on one side, put the damn lace to the side because these are fat. And so let's see if I can get it over the way I like to do. All right. So I put one side over. The other side of the lace is going to go above that side. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So of course I would tighten this up a little bit so that, you know, it's more comfortable. But that comes after you put all the laces in. So this pattern will be consistent throughout the rest of the way. And then on the opposite side, on the opposite sneaker, the pattern is going to look the same. It's going to face outwards. I hope you understand what the hell I'm trying to say. Let me lower the music. So yeah, with the PlayStation State of Play, we'll see. We'll see what exactly Sony has to announce and if it's going to be anything noteworthy, because people have a tendency to overhype everything, and today is no different. So people just don't learn that sometimes you need to control your expectations. I mean, you guys act as if you just started playing video games yesterday, so I don't get it. You know what I feel like right now? I feel like a grandfather, or in this case a grandma, knitting a sweater while I'm giving advice to a teenager. Is that what I'm doing here, folks? I feel like I'm knitting a sweater as I'm talking. Hold on a second. I got to raise this one. Hold on. I hope you guys remember this song. This is Kraftwerk. Learn your freaking history. This is music from the 70s, folks. From the 70s. So you see the pattern is starting to develop. So let me just keep on. Play the music a little bit. Keep on going. So the idea is to get this side in, right? Once this loop goes through the hole, it will go over the other one. Let me just do a visual. So, as you can see, the lace that went above the lace underneath will now continue through the hole. We're going to make a loop. And then the lace that was underneath in the previous hole will now be the one that goes above. And now you're seeing the pattern develop, right? And you always got to make sure that everything looks nice and tidy when you're walking around with these Pumas. and you're trying your best not to mess them up and make a crease in the front, you're looking fly. You're looking fly. And for historic purposes, the word fly means that you're looking really good. You're looking fly, you're looking dope, smooth. You're looking good. Let me load the music. So yeah, why am I putting this on a video game channel? Because, listen, when it comes to video games and the history of video games, music, clothing, that all plays into the very early stages, the very early life of the video games, whether it was home console or the arcades. They go hand in hand. And unfortunately, we have lost that part of gaming. Yes, we have a huge community of people who play video games now, whether it's on mobile phones, whether it's on the home console, on the computer, on PC, even streaming online. One thing that is missing is the music that surrounded the video game culture. The clothing, the black suede Pumas with the fat shoelaces. I even had red shoelaces at one point because I had black suede Pumas with the red stripe. It's nothing like it, man. And I'm very fortunate to have lived through it, and I'm still seeing what video games, how big it is now. And there is something missing, for sure. There is that culture, there is that camaraderie. I was able to speak with other people based on my last video where I was talking about some music, and people were sharing their stories based on music that they listened to, and cartoons and TV shows back then. So the culture is rich, and there's a lot of great memories back then that we still, I'm very fortunate I'm able to still share that with some people. So anyway, this was a little different. Yeah. Let me play one more song. Let's see, D Train. Let me see. You know what? Keep On. It's an inspiring song, and it just so happens to be one of those songs that I remember back in the Bronx. Let me raise the volume. I want a pair of those suspenders, by the way. I want those. This is music, folks. Anyway, so I'm JVB. I hope you enjoyed this little demonstration and enjoyed the music that I was playing. So let me know in the comments section what you think. If you're from my neck of the woods, from Bronx, New York, and you were able to enjoy, not specifically the Bronx, but let me know like when you began playing video games and what music and TV shows were around during that time. And when I hear, for example, the Tron theme song, whether it's in the movies or in the arcade, I can remember exactly where I was during that time. Donkey Kong, I have it as one of my notifications on my phone because it's so iconic for me. Let me know what brings you back to those great happy moments. So anyway, I am JVB. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.